Really, in moments like that, it's not even what you say. You're just there for them.
We go way back to third grade. We all showed up. We had signed our sons up for recreational soccer, and the moms are gathered around. There's no official designated coach. And Karen Ward actually showed up with a How to Coach Soccer for Dummies book. And we're having them run drills and kick their knees up and dribble, for what third graders can do.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, this is so out of our league. Even at third grade, we recognized their talent.
At that time, you see them kind of all run around in a pack and, follow the ball. But they all had fun. They would change positions, and nobody was like a dominant, I don't think. I mean, you look back at it, Connor used to be a goalie. Jacob Chisholm used to be a goalie. Brian played in goal.
Dominic played in goal.
Yeah, so, I mean, they just kind of all evolved as this pod of soccer players.
I think they knew going in that there was the brotherhood there naturally.
Right,
and then
right,
And then the soccer program just naturally builds that.
When I first came to Williamston, before my interview for my principalship, I pulled up to the school and visited the football stadium. So when I went to the interview, I said, I was really impressed with the high school, and the football stadium right next door looks really beautiful. And some people on the interview committee chuckled. And what was so funny? And they said that was their soccer stadium. So I knew right away. I thought, wow, that's really quite a statement that the school puts that much pride and there's so much support for the program that it looked like someone else's football stadium.
Williamston is the number one soccer program in the whole nation. We have the best facilities, best coaches, best everything you could ask for, best supporting staff, so families, anything you could ask for is what Williamston has, which is just perfect.
Everyone associated with the high school realizes that there's something unique, I guess I'll use that word, about the soccer support, the level of support, that it's atypical. As a parent, I went to other schools for soccer matches, and you'd have to bring your lounge chairs and go to a field and then put your lounge chairs by the side of the field and watch the game. And that was when I realized, when I'd gone to some other schools, wow, that our program is like, for lack of a better word, a model program.
They understand, like, this is a family. And with that family environment, everyone has to pitch in and help. And so we do stuff like this, painting doors and, trimming back some of the shrubbery or doing mulch or, whatever it might be. It's sort of an unwritten expectation, and I'll shoot out an email and one day I asked for some help, and we had, I think 12 boys here and 15 parents. And it may not appear like, oh, wow, what got done, but a lot of stuff got done that was needed to prep for our season, and that's the stuff that I think is neat. People, they want to be a part of the program, and they want to give back, and that is something special. And we do a lot of things in this program. We do, the community outreach with the Many Hands project, and again, that's a one-day event, but that's an important event for us to be involved with.
Brotherhood on three. 1, 2, 3. Brotherhood.
The brotherhood extends and becomes this family, and that word's kind of cheesy, but I do feel like it's a family. Like, we all know one another's sons pretty instinctively. We know each other's boys, and they all refer to us as second moms and third moms and dads, and Mark has coached the guys and Julie coached the guys, and it's just been this amazing thing that has been built into them.
Awesome.
So and it's just, it was one of the things that was handed down to us from those that came before us, and now we get to hand it down to those that are coming behind us. That it is this program, and it is a program that is known throughout the school district because of the family that it has created and that we have.
I would have to say that it's kind of more a family thing. Like, everyone here is so close, and it's not even just the players that are close with the players. Like, the parents are all close with the parents, and then the parents are all close with the other players, and like everyone will get together after a game and go to Brookshire, and the coaches are there, the parents are there, and the players are there.
The seniors in particular have done an amazing job over the course of the 4 years establishing what Williamston soccer is about. And I say that every year about the seniors because it seems to be a tradition now where they carry forward. And this team is one of the more talented teams that I've ever been a part of in the high school level. I mean, they just have a ton of ability, but then their heart, their pride, the way they go out in the field every single game and leave it all out there. And they play for what's on the front of the jersey, not what's on the back. So it's pretty special to be a part of a team like this.
Josh Ward is a special player. I think he's one of the best in the state, no doubt about it. And he's got special attributes as a player, reads the game exceptionally well, just is going to be a key cog in the middle of the field for us and going to rely on him to score many goals and set up. And he just is a warrior for us. Zach Griffin, an engine that doesn't quit, I would say. He's the Energizer Bunny. He's the go, go, go. He's going to have to work both sides of the ball, though. That's going to be key for us. Does he defend when we lose the ball in our attacking third? Can he press and win the ball back? But also what he does with the ball, with and without it, when we do have it. And I think he's grown, matured as a player in terms of his ability to find space and take guys on, and his finishing has also improved over the years, so that's nice to see. Larry will be a reserve for us coming off the bench. Good teammate, understands what his role is, understands what he can provide, but he also knows what the expectations are in the program, and that is in terms of character and the moral values and kind of the effort and just the commitment and the whole thing. Brian, I think, is one of those kids who the growth of that kid is a little scary. Watching him take guys on 1v1 and his confidence has just blossomed. I would say one of the top forwards in the area, I would argue. I think he's just got the creativity, he's got the knack, he's not afraid to take guys on, he's not afraid to fail, which I think you have to have that mentality when you're a front runner, because you're not going to score every time you touch the ball. You're not going to make a great pass every time. You're going to get beat every once in a while, so quality individual. Eric, just a warrior. Don't let his size fool you, is what I would tell people, because that kid is, the old cliche, he'll run through a brick wall. I think the kid would for you and for his team, and he's not afraid of any challenge. He's exceptional at stepping in and winning balls. He's intelligent as a defender, reads the game very well, so he's going to be a solid component in our back line. Jacob Chisholm, he's coming into the season as a captain. He was the only captain as a junior, and he's, I think, showed great strides in that area. He's also going to be a key member in the midfield for us, both helping us defend the defensive transition phase and the attacking phase. How do we create and score goals? And he's going to be called upon in many, many moments throughout the year, and key player for us, no question. Zach Richardson, again, another kid who I would say is just tough nose, hard to get around, hard to beat in even 1v1 battles as a defender. He's just relentless, and he's developed better his ability to deliver crosses, which is going to be key for us in our attack, because we're going to expect him to get forward and be a part of it, and that's going to be key for us this year, is can he do that? Dominic, he brings just a energy, a work rate, and he can provide finishing abilities for us. He can go in and performs roles for us, typically coming off the bench. He accepts that, and he knows what he has to do for the good of the team. He's going to be key for us this year. Connor Pearl will rely on him to be a key member, expected to be a starter. He's going to be a valuable asset in disrupting the opponent's attack in the midfield, and we'll look for him to play big parts in many games for us. Austin Brown, getting and keeping him healthy is the key, because of course we faced it for his sophomore and junior year, some hip flexor issues, and so I think he's coming into the season healthy, I know, and I'm optimistic. He's assured me that he's done things to strengthen it and get better, and just a powerful left foot. We're going to expect many things from him as one of our wingers and to be dangerous. Caleb is, I think, a player who has really grown this last year. He played, obviously, his junior year, and then he played club soccer, and I think there was just this transformation. I really watched him just gain confidence. I mean, almost every game. So coming into the season, he's confident, which is good for us, because that just helps solidify in our back line. A big kid who's got size, not afraid to battle and win headers for us. Stefan is a quiet individual, but very, very astute, understands the game very well, does exactly what you ask him to do game in and game out, and will be a valuable asset to us as well. He's a warrior, and he'll battle through things, and he certainly is a guy that's willing to go to battle for the team. Ian, our goalkeeper, he's expected to keep the ball out of the net. I think he's taken a lot of responsibility in getting better in that area, getting better in every component of goalkeeping, making the saves that he's supposed to, distributing the ball appropriately, and commanding the back line, and then owning his box, owning the penalty area. And I think that's going to be key for us this year is, can he do that? I think he's taking big steps towards that. Jonah, he has just big dreams, and he aspires to just get better day in and day out, and comes to training with the right mindset, just wants to get better. He battles and he works, and he's coachable. Almost every time I happen to drive by, I see Jonah out here working, and I think that just shows you like his passion for it, and he just wants to get better. Kepler is one of those kids who's tough nose. He's going to be a role player coming off the bench and providing minutes in the back line for those guys. He's totally committed to the team, and he understands what his role is. Because I think if you advance or fast forward 1 year, he knows that he's going to be a key component in next year's team. So he absolutely understands that, and he values training and is just striving to get better every day. Alex, he's a solid left-footed player. I think he'll be a starter for us in the back line. He's shown that he's grown in terms of his maturity, and both as a player and as an individual. He knows what it takes to play at this level, and he's going to be called upon to get forward in our attack, deliver balls, and also be a key component to our back line. Brent will be our backup goalkeeper. He also knows that he's going to get minutes, and we're going to find minutes for him. He's taken it serious. He's gotten training not only from in our community through Charlie Kuhn, our goalkeeper coach, but outside as well. He's gone to camps and has taken it serious, and he's out here all summer working to get better. I talked about it on even before our tryout at our parent meeting with the players and the parents on day one, which was this past Monday. And my second slide was a target, just a big picture of a target. And I think that is, with success, and we've had success over, the last several years here, the last 3 years, reaching the state finals twice. And now this group of seniors coming back is eager to get back there and win it. But you got to know that there's a target on you, and because you've been, you've had success, that people are going to be gunning for you, and it's not going to be easy, and nothing's handed to you, and that's going to be my message throughout the year to these guys is consistency, and we got to continue to get better every time we step out.
This year we do have a target on our back.
I think we have higher expectations of ourselves than most teams do of us.
We're a good enough team to do it, so we just gotta stay focused and play hard and make sure we don't slip up.
Every year, the kids are committed and have one goal in mind, and that's to win a state championship, and this one's no different. I think the cool thing about those seniors is that they have been able to play together for so long, so now they're seeing everything that they've done over the course of their, X amount of years they've played together kind of come together this year.
I think it's an expectation that everyone has, and I kind of warn Stefan about it. I say, you guys can't take this for granted. It could or it might not happen. You're just going to have to take every game as it comes, play your hardest, and make sure you leave it out on the field, because once it's done, it's done.
I think that in every single player's mind, it should be that we will be the winners. I think a lot of them kind of are like that, and it could almost be to a fault, that they're almost too confident, but confidence is always good.
Can we build and create and break opponents down and find these little moments, but then put those, when you are given that opportunity and that window, taking advantage of it and putting it on frame. I think it's us remaining grounded, remaining consistent, and getting better every time we step out here in every game. I really think that that's going to be key for us. With 12 seniors, and these guys are all been buddies, we need some people, whether they're a senior or not, to rise to the top and take charge of the group, and not led by the coaches, because we're not out there.
I've always been a big believer in team chemistry is something that will win a championship for you, or at least get you far into the tournament. And every team that I've ever been successful with has just been tight. And I think I've lost in quite a few championships. I lost in 2 state cup championships for club, and then obviously the one my senior year. And I think the problem every year with that is that there's a couple kids that aren't completely on board, and it throws off the chemistry a little bit. But this year I can't find one, so I'm really excited for it. I can't find anybody that's not completely, their goal is the team, so it's going to be a good year, I have a feeling.
The schedule that we build is designed that way intentionally. It's the old, Tom Izzo approach of we got to play the best to be the best, and our schedule is brutal. I don't know that there's many other schools that play as tough a schedule as we do. Kind of how I look at our season is kind of in 4 segments. We have a really tough non-conference schedule to start. Then we get into conference play, which is maybe not as tough as what I would like. Then we get into the cup, where there's 3 games that are going to be tough again, right? Provided you do well and you win your league, which I expect that we will, we're gonna end up facing 3 tough games like we did last year, and then obviously you get into the tournament run.
The funds what we raise go to Eve. This year's Eve, the domestic violence shelter. Last year we did Ronald McDonald, but personally I like this year just because jerseys were a lot cleaner.
They were ugly.
Instead of the mustard yellow and ketchup red.
I think next year's at least play.
There's grandparents out there. Yeah, when there's just Jacob. Oh, headband. I see you, Connor.
Everyone was on the headbands back then.
Felt pretty real because, Mason's one of the best teams in the area, so we definitely wanted to win. So we were going just about as hard as we would for any other game.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Mason's always the tougher of competition that we'll play, and it's nice to start off on that. Sets a good tone for the rest of the year.
They're fast.
Yeah, they're just crazy athletic.
Really skilled on the ball.
Ooh.
Was that Ward's?
Yeah, LSJ video.
Yeah. That was crazy. The video doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
I was sitting there from behind, the bend that it had on it was unreal. This was the first time trying that new formation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
kind of different.
With Alex and I running Houston, and it worked pretty well.
Didn't Alex not play this game because
he was hurt?
Oh, right. Hurt.
Was that a goal? Oh.
Honestly, did not remember our second goal.
We had 3, didn't we? Oh no, we lost.
Yeah,
3-2.
we lost 3-2.
What was it junior year? 2? Was it 3-2 as well?
Yeah, it was 3-2. It was the same thing, except I don't think we ever led. We were always down by 1.
Yeah. No, we did lead because Zach scored that goal.
Oh, right. His left foot rocket. His toe poke.
I feel like Horn's more attacking mindset, and Sorg's more defensive.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of works really well together. I
Mm.
remember that he fouls me.
Personally, I don't know about. I never liked Mason like at all.
Yeah, I was
So it
pretty
hurt a
upset.
lot.
I
was really up for
won.
that game.
Yeah, we were up the whole time, so
Once we went up and didn't change formations, it was kind of frustrating.
yeah, not going defensive.
They literally scored, I think, within like a 20-minute span, all 3 of their goals.
Yeah.
So that was kind of shocking. I don't know what to think. It's always kind of just a tune-up game for us, and I remember last year that one kid on their team tweeted to the one dude on Imlay that we weren't anything, so.
Yeah, they don't really.
tie them.
I think we definitely take it as a bigger game than they do.
Yeah. I remember sophomore year, absolutely just too big and strong for us.
Or our freshman year, when we tied them, they were still
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah,
but-
that's true. I just remember sophomore year, when we played them here, they just throttled us on varsity. And then last year, it was slowly got more and more even for us.
Really
So-
wanted to win this game, though.
Yeah.
That's one of those things I always thought was so weird. Like, when we played them, they were always such a solid team compared to other, like, when we played East Lansing and all, and they had won those D2 state championships, I always thought, like, oh, Brother Rice should be up there, because there was always such a solid squad, but I never saw them in that deep in the state tournament for D1.
They connect really well, though.
Yeah, they had some really good midfielders. That tall blonde kid just won everything that was in the air coming out of the box. Oh, Buku.
But we were pretty even with them. Honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Their
I
goals
agree.
kind of.
Yeah,
That was fluky. Kepler's poured. This game.
East Lansing first time?
I was so pumped up for this game.
Yeah, because they finally didn't have DeJuan.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people there.
Yeah. But that was when they tweeted like the student section Twitter account tweeted something about like hope to see everyone out rowdy at the game on Friday night or Thursday night or something like that, and I like quote tweeted because we had the same night as a football team, and I said that's right, home against East Lansing.
Bracket.
Yep.
Fucking left foot slow rollers somehow.
You always count on Austin for that turn he does. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, it's
Brings
supposed
the
to
Alex trying
the
kick the
2
kid.
foot
Yeah.
from underneath.
Get it.
You could always count on Swag to be there. Just gotta kick it his direction and you go get it.
Just run into kids if you have to.
Don't always win it, but the other kid won't.
Just run into them.
Oh boy.
What a side.
I think their midfield's always so good.
Probably getting yelled at for something.
Sometimes. Other times, not so much.
If you come out soft in the second half, don't come out soft. Completely lost what he was saying.
A lot of times I feel like Horn was more aggressive at
Oh,
the time.
yeah, he was always
Yeah.
saying something.
It's kind of like good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
Sorg would come in,
Then
like,
Charlie.
kind of say what we did well, and then Horn would come rip us a new one. And Charlie was just there.
Some games we could be up like 5-0 at half, and Horn would still have something to yell at.
Could always be better.
Yep.
Always in the
Yep,
refs here
always
about
in it.
something. I'll get him.
You know, I think that was pretty. I can't even say that was clean. Speaking of clean,
Oh, come on, Z-boy.
Oh,
I felt like all their players didn't really like. They felt disconnected this game. And
Yeah.
then the second time we played them, they just showed up to play.
Probably had a little bit of chip on their shoulder since we beat them the first time. Since we never beat them.
And that was, like 2 days after the DeWitt game, so we were all pretty.
yeah,
beat
we're a
up
little
before.
emotionally drained,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Going to East Lansing's always a completely different thing. I don't know what it is, but
They just-
playing at their field, they bring something else to it.
I think they're always going to be a rival, in no matter what sport, because I don't know, everyone lives so close to, like, we know most of these guys. So.
Mm-hmm.
At least have played with them, like, ever since Castle.
Yeah.
Played against them.
Played with 3 of them.
I feel like in past years, like this year going into it, we knew we were gonna had a good chance to beat them by a fair amount. So.
Best jerseys in the history of Williamston soccer.
This one physical right off the bat.
Pretty filthy.
Oh, what a touch.
Sweeper keeper.
You love it. You've done that multiple, just a little.
It was better pre-concussion era.
Little known fact, Petrie's the best technical player on the team.
Ooh.
Dominic Johnson research coming in right there.
There's that turn.
There's the turn.
Oh, then he
filthy.
Then he tried to
Every time.
Maradona.
I hated that in practice. It was just impossible to defend it. You knew it was coming, but it was just too quick. It's good coaching.
Oh, yeah, I remember this. I should have fouled him before. I could have fouled Will Heron at midfield. Would have stopped it.
Jeez.
That was a slick field, too. Good turn.
Oh.
We got so many good
Very
chances
lucky
that
one,
game.
Yeah.
We got a good chance in a lot of games.
Yeah. I don't think anyone hated Powers more than Zach did.
Zach was on a mission.
Him and Eric.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's true.
On another level.
Oh, that was after hit that dude with the truck stick.
Oh.
Remember when he went up for the header?
Yeah, both him and Zach were both just ruthless every time we played them.
That was a bullet.
It's just such a bad sequence.
At first, I was so pissed off at first, but I don't know. Later, I was, because I heard that they didn't have their starting keeper, and I felt like that'd work to our advantage later, because they'd kind of, like they did last year, just kind of didn't necessarily look past us, but didn't think of us as much of a threat as they should have.
I definitely felt like that was just a cycle. Like, compete, but somehow lose to Powers in our tournament, and then beat them when it counts in the actual tournament. So
I was more upset that we couldn't win the tournament than that we lost to Powers.
Yeah,
honestly,
exactly.
In that moment. But yeah, I wasn't happy that we lost to him, but I knew that it wasn't the last time we'd see him, so it didn't hurt as bad.
Yeah, we had a billion opportunities this game.
This game was the
Second half.
funniest to watch.
it's not fun to play in.
I think you did a half, Petrie. No, you didn't.
This is when
You guys were supposed to
Well,
play.
but actually,
Was
I'm in
it
right now, actually.
Caleb was out.
Oh.
Or no, Eric was one of the two.
Josh
and I had
was
to
out,
play,
too.
and Josh
Yeah,
was
Warren
out.
was hurt.
And
Caleb was out, yeah.
wasn't it Zach? Yeah, Zach played in the midfield for most of it.
You had to play center back.
Yeah. Oh, this was Larry's wonder goal.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
How did we not just score? What
I don't know.
That is just
That's some
season
FIFA
summed
stuff.
up in one sequence right there.
Behind Zach. Oh, he hit it with
Handball.
his hand.
That was literally like 4 consecutive
Yeah.
shots on
Brian
Then we hit the post.
puts it right at the goal.
Look how many clips of opportunities there are. This is ridiculous.
This game was just set up for Larry.
From the beginning. Yeah, we'll say that was our game plan.
Just set up
Give
for
Larry that
moment.
goal.
That was actually a good finish.
Yeah, it was.
I was so happy I picked him right up.
That conversation was Sorg telling Josh to go put his cleats on so he could take a PK.
I mean, we practice on there just about every day, so
Yeah.
it's pretty.
It's weird
Pretty
playing a game
normal.
there, I'd say.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt it was normal.
As long as it's not the
I mean, playing so many castle games there over
Yeah.
the years and
It's like,
practice.
I've been on that field more than I've been on the game field, so.
It's like the game field feels like special, and then this feels like home, I
Where
guess.
the work's done.
Yeah.
Well, good
That
This
keeper
kid-
was
he
on
was a good
something.
seat.
What? They had a bunch of good keepers all through their program.
Get him, Scott.
Oh, that is Scott's move.
I was waiting for the second for that.
JVD's move is the chop. I'm waiting for it.
And then just outrun. Yep.
Yep.
Come back and then straight.
Oh, come on, boy.
Where'd their back? Look at that.
Yo, there's been at least 10 opportunities.
One on
There
one.
we go.
Oh, I don't want to watch this. I'd blow mine. Look. Oh, God. Before I took mine,
the kid missed right before mine. He hit the crossbar, so I was walking up. I was like, I don't have any worries. And then that was the last time I ever took a PK.
Ward bounced over him. Yeah, Ward went on and put the cleats just for that.
Oh, Petrie.
Oh, there we go.
Wait for the unnecessary celebration. I was so excited, and then no one else was.
I was, because I was just thankful that we won. There we go. Always got to hit the helmet.
It's all just tuning up. Coach always says that there are all opportunities to improve.
It's almost like a little break too.
Yeah.
Like we don't really have to. I mean, the starters don't play as much because we're generally winning. So unless people rest up.
Catholic. My first game
This
starting
was
as
a
a
battle.
striker.
I was hoping.
Last game starting as a striker.
he wrote swag. I'm like, please write like a little and then
Junior.
something, and then I just no.
See, do I got a shot in there? Yep, see.
All
Put you at
stars on the
striker?
forward.
Yeah.
See, I don't know what was up with this game. We just couldn't do anything right. It felt like.
Yeah, we all played them.
They
They
were-
were excited for the game.
Yeah, they were playing like we play against Powers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They didn't really get that many chances.
No, they had.
I rued that. I should have been there to tap that back in.
Gosh, it's almost like you don't play center forward.
Oh wow, that was good.
That was you.
I forgot about that.
Jeez.
That was the first time I touched the ball in a varsity soccer game. That happened.
And they got
to me.
leveled.
That was dirty.
Their keeper was pretty.
He was trash.
Never mind.
He was just really excited.
Oh no, I felt like he made some good saves, but he was new.
I like
Didn't
he
they have
was lucky.
a
He
kid
got
last
pretty
year?
lucky.
A different one who was actually really good. Yeah.
He was really good.
Yeah.
It was the Charlie talk.
I just
Oh,
remember-
yeah.
Talk, yeah.
I remember being frustrated. I just felt like we should have 0-0 with these guys at half.
Yeah, that was one game Charlie was fired up at halftime because he hates LCC as much as anyone.
See, like the keeper's so out of position, but he still got there.
It was hard to hit
That looked like
with
the
your right
identical,
foot, though.
identical shot from the state semi.
Mm-hmm.
All the signs that do it.
Gosh,
and
I
the
miss this.
Nice dad and you're bad and we're good signs.
Gail
Yes.
gets him, I think he calls him.
Yes.
Always comment.
Very close to it.
For goal
He's-
line stop.
He's a second goal.
Ooh. I got pulled from behind. Couldn't see it in the video.
Brian.
Oh, this was the impossible angle. I still don't know how he scored that.
I forgot about that. That was ridiculous. He was literally like almost at the end line.
Mm-hmm. I remember last year it was embarrassing because they got the first goal on us in a PK, and then we didn't mercy them like we should.
They don't have Neymar Jr.
I feel
Yeah,
like
they had that one kid who was crazy
They had
last year.
two good kids that year.
They're not very good talent-wise, but they work really hard.
Yeah, they're really organized. They're hard to break down at first.
The one kid, number 7, with like the one arm, he was actually decent. He was he was their one good kid.
We drew some fans.
Yeah.
Student section stepped it up this year.
Yeah, they really did. A lot of our games, and they were the football games.
Yeah.
We gave them something to cheer about.
I love corner kicks because it was the one time I got to go up the field.
Yeah, I never got to go up the field.
Sexton.
Oh yeah.
I got murdered for that.
I personally get bored when we play bad teams because I don't ever touch the ball. So
yeah,
I feel like it turns a little selfish when you're playing like teams
Yeah.
like bad like this. Like everyone just wants to score. And
doesn't look as clean because we know we can take people on
It gets
a lot
kinda
more than
annoying.
having to play team ball. I feel like we got that as a halftime talk on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Always assistant Larry.
Said it was the shin guard.
Larry's the only person I ever assisted to.
We only won 4-0.
Yeah. They parked
That's true.
that game quite a bit.
Eaton Rapids.
The game of
Just out there to
Bobby.
get Megs.
We got an earful this halftime. I remember that.
And then Bobby
Wasn't
came
it tied or something at halftime? Or
It was like one
We were
or
only
two
up by
yeah.
First half was just awful.
When they put in that scrub keeper.
What happened to their
Oh,
starting
was
goal?
it
Bobby?
Was it Zach that ran into? Someone ran into him.
Yeah.
One of our
Bobby
forwards. He came out with a concussion.
This was a
Then they didn't have
physical game.
another goalkeeper.
So they put in
So then
the kid Bobby. I still remember his name.
Oh, that's it.
Because I just remember
Yo.
the mom.
Yeah, it was
No.
that.
No,
yeah,
it was that.
it
And
had
then he,
to be that.
it was that, and then he tried to power through it, and then like couldn't, and then he got hit like again, and okay. Yeah.
He just watches
ball
from the
movement.
ground as it slowly rolls in.
Like 7-0.
Oh. See that? I think that's the first time I'd ever really been slide tackled before. I just remember Eaton Rapids freshman year was exactly like this too.
When you guys tie in your freshman year?
Peter, wasn't it Eaton Rapids freshman year when you dropped your phone in the...
Yeah. No. That
Where's
was
that?
That was
St. John's?
yes.
I just remember not having like Zach when we were freshmen, and he was the only one that could really score back then.
Yeah, we tied freshman.
Yeah.
It was before Brian.
Davis was pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby.
Oh.
Oh,
that
where
was
is that
going? Usually we compete.
Oh, that was my first
Yes.
goal.
That's
I
the
remember,
Lansing Catholic.
Look at that.
I remember hitting it, seeing it go right at him. I was like, God dang it.
You turned around, didn't you?
Yeah, I turned around. Everyone started cheering. I meg him here, too.
What in the world?
Coming straight out of into the second half, we scored a lot. We scored like 3 goals within like a minute and 30 seconds.
Fowler. They were so hyped for this game, though.
Win the white.
Yeah, win the white.
Yep, I had those back to back. Because this was right after Eaton Rapids.
I went on a scoring streak.
Yep, all 2 of my goals. Peter, did that hurt when you just took it to the gut like that ever?
No. I'm definitely. I mean, some like in past experiences, yes, but not that one in particular.
I try to backheel it.
Honestly, though, like these games were just hard to even like take serious. Once we went up, like
Yeah.
once we went up 2 goals, it's like, well, this is fun for about 20 minutes.
Larry knew when to be and just put it in the
Larry
back of
just
the
in the
net.
right place at the
Larry
right
knew
time.
I was going to get taken out. Hey, number 7's the kid who crushed the Williamston Hearts with the field goal in the
Oh,
homecoming
gosh.
game.
Good times. Honestly, don't remember much of that.
That kid actually has a leg on him.
Mhm.
I played soccer with him.
Yeah, I feel like some people think they're fast until they end up running up against Zach and Austin or Brian.
All foul, sir. Did they not give it to me?
Nope. I feel like we have
Advantage, maybe?
a couple of those every single game. Kind of gets taken down from behind, but nope. Mm-mm.
That kid was fast.
Every time I decided I wanted to go up. Yeah, that kid was fast, I remember. Yeah, Alex couldn't score for a while. Forget what game it was, but he was maybe like 2 feet away from the goal line and just blasted it over.
Oh.
It worked.
Gross eel.
Gross seal, yeah.
He
That
was
about
really
the only
excited
time he
for
showed
that one.
emotion.
I guess he scored so many goals throughout his life. It's just nothing to him.
See, that was a good save. Oh, down.
Emotion.
I was fired up because I never score.
I had a
Yeah,
solid-
exactly. That's
It was
my
the first
one
goal.
goal.
That's
Yeah, I don't
awesome.
really know what it
Here
feels
it
to
is.
score, guys. So.
Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4.
I dribbled a couple in
Clinical.
I dribbled a couple in the midfield.
We had trouble immersing teams.
That's
Because
true.
we couldn't score.
Yeah, we couldn't finish. Senior night was different because all 3 years you see all the other seniors do it. You never think it's gonna come, and it just does. It went by really fast.
Yeah. Pretty weird.
I think the only thing that was hard about it was seeing like the parents as emotional as they all were. All that they put into it over the years. And I know my mom's a little
softies, and she started tearing up and all that.
You can always count on Sorg to tear up when he's.
Oh yeah, the waterworks will always come out.
Always. Petrie not showing the
Ice in
family
his
any
veins.
love.
Near you, Connor.
Huh?
It's near you.
That's because my dad's worried about where Jacob's at. Swag will show
Yeah,
the
there's a
family.
softie.
What a gentleman.
I may be a gentleman, but that's the Renaissance.
Nobody's showing love. Gonna miss hearing Mr. Ward yell.
Come on, White, get that ball.
Get that ball, what?
It's the longest it's ever taken to take a picture. The assassin, as we call him. Stone
Who
Cold.
gave him that name?
He just
That
doesn't really
Flint?
talk. He doesn't really talk that much, so it's like, I don't know.
I feel like it's Flint.
He's just all like
Business.
keeps to himself a lot, and he just seems like he's always serious, just trying to get the job done. Really.
Mm-hmm. He's one of the more intense people on the team. Also one of the nicer kids on the team, too.
Yeah.
Genuine personality.
I love that. Just running around.
Pure testosterone in one circle.
I think because it was senior night, we came out firing more than any of the other league games that we really had, aside from Catholic.
Yeah, honestly, if this wasn't senior night, it probably would have been really hard to even be mentally tuned into this game whatsoever.
We had a pretty good crowd.
I don't think we've ever not mercy Portland, so
Yeah.
There's some pressure
It's
on
hard to
that.
expect anything less, really.
Yeah.
At least from a goalie's perspective, because I don't have to do anything ever at this game.
Coach Kate showed up to this game.
Mm-hmm.
Our
the
the guys that we started off playing like officially like second grade, and then so we had this coach, Coach Kate, that coached most of us when we were, because we've all been playing together since we were so young, and she came to this game.
Back at East Side.
Yep, back at the East Side days, wore blue jerseys.
Undefeated squad.
I think it was just kind of like in a silent agreement. Like we were good and we were winning, so it's like, let's just keep doing.
I think it hit like 8th grade year when we all sort of realized, like, sort of towards the end of it, and when soccer training started up, it kind of said it's completely unspoken, but we all knew what we could be.
Like, we had a very successful freshman year.
Yeah.
So we were all like, we could make something out of this.
And Coach Davis kind of put us all in the right mindset, like
Right.
how we needed to train and how we needed to play. Like he kind of started it all off for us.
Eric in the post there.
I see you screaming about it.
Yeah.
Because
I wanted the assist.
at this point, we only needed one goal.
Yes.
Eric's shining
Yes.
moment.
Yes.
And then we all
rushed
mobbed
the
him
field.
as we mercy Portland. Jeez. I mean, we can say it's because that was the league championship.
Every time we ever did anything like that, I'd sprint over and then I'd just be like, what am I doing? And I
Just caught in the
wouldn't-
middle of it.
We only needed one goal, and we had Petrie, Caleb, and Eric up top.
We were all just fighting for that one.
Right. No one else. It just had to be that.
There was a period where we had our psych session, and I think they were a little squirrely with it, and I don't recall what moment when that was. Like, it was somewhere in the middle of the season, and I know Andrew, it was Andrew McIntosh, and I had spoke, and he said, you know, I don't know, I get kind of, and we had shared, like, I don't know where we're at. I mean, I kind of couldn't put my finger on the pulse of, like, yeah, we're doing well, but we're not. I didn't feel like we were making that push that we needed to. And a couple of the guys commented to Andrew, like, we've got this. Like, don't worry about us. We know what we're doing. Like, and I don't think they did it in a cocky or arrogant way. It was like, you got to trust us. And I think they proved us that they were right at the end. You know, and sometimes as, you know, coaches and, you know, team psychologists, whatever, I think even parents, we think we know what's best, and sometimes you got to just say, you got to trust your players.
I remember watching Connor in first grade. We lived in Illinois, and it was his first soccer game, and we're on the sidelines. The grandparents are there, and he's doing cartwheels down the court. I mean, no, ball's down here, he's doing cartwheels. And we're like, well, maybe soccer's not his sport. And then he came back to it in third grade, and he grew and developed, and he's not always the best player out there. He, didn't get moved up to varsity, but he never quit, and he always tried his best and gave it his all, and I'll miss watching that every day.
My favorite thing ever is to come and watch the boys play. You live vicariously through your kids, so thank you all so much for letting us be a part of that. Love you guys, and leave your hearts on the field.
This whole experience is very different than one that we kind of envisioned for him 10 years ago, because he grew up in Japan. But I really wanted him to have this American high school experience. It's very different. And I think playing soccer on an actual grass field rather than on concrete or dirt, which is pretty common over there, unless you're in the pros, is really special. So, yeah, I'm sure he'll understand that.
What I specifically would tell Zach is to just think back to all those experiences that he had the very distinct honor to be a part of. Leelanau trips and all that. We have no idea what took place, but
Nor do we want to know.
Nor do we want to know. But I love that they have it, and that those will be the memories that 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, that they will have. I mean, they'll also have the great games and the trophies and the accolades, but they'll have the moments with their buddies together. I would tell him to hold on to those. I would tell him to mark his calendar for alumni night every year, because these guys are going to be back, and the team needs to come back together, and the brotherhood needs to take the field and continue on that tradition at that point. But just not to forget, FFP.
Be really proud of himself for everything that he's been able to accomplish, and to never forget the friendships that he's made. And even though you may go far apart to colleges and you may not see each other for, months or years, just never forget about the people that helped you become who you are. And, cherish that.
I would encourage Zach to, as they approach getting closer and closer to the end, breathing a little bit more and remembering these moments, as they come onto the field and they're in the huddle and they're in the locker room, to absorb that, because this is an experience of a lifetime that I don't think they'll ever have. Even going on to college with some of their closest buddies, the phenomenal staff, the awesome moms, dads. This whole experience has been like the ride of a lifetime. And I'm very proud of them, all of them. I cheer for Eric. I mean, like I was his mom, everybody else, it's like, oh, come on. So I would just say, take a mental snapshot, take a break, and soak it in, because it's going to go really fast.
They're such a nice group of young men that, to see where they've come from, where they started, and I hope that no matter the outcome for the rest of the season, that they can look back on what they've done with themselves and be proud of it. And I want to thank them all for letting us be a part of this ride with them, because, it's just been
awesome.
Gives you goosebumps sometimes. So it's been one of my favorite memories. So I appreciate it.
In the last 4 or 5 years, our program has spoke volumes in terms of getting over that hump of, winning our first regional game and then winning that regional title and end up advancing, obviously twice in the last 3 years. Getting to the state finals is a big deal, and it's pretty special.
Who is this? DeWitt. Oh my God.
Can you even see in this game? This is the game where there's
the fog at the end. That was the coolest but worst thing.
Worst officiated game I've ever played in.
Shout out to Giles.
God, this was so frustrating.
What was it like? 8 yellow cards. Or
9 yellow cards and a red.
So what sort of team is DeWitt?
Dirty.
Yeah.
A lot of trash talking.
Verbally, yeah.
It's a lot of the guys play club with some of their players, so and they've been playing with them for a while, so it's normally a pretty heated game if they want to win.
Especially because last year when we had that crazy finish and scored those 2 goals in the last minute and 30.
Yeah,
they were all talking all year like, oh, it was just a fluke, whatever. And so we really wanted this one. A lot of big egos on their team.
Huge.
I'm just gonna be the first one to say it outright. I hate DeWitt. I think there were really only 2 teams that I despise with all my being. That was them and Powers.
Hatred.
Yeah.
Just because, same thing. Just a lot of individuals on their team are just don't like them. Just the way they act during games and stuff. But they probably think the same about us because we're probably a little bit the same.
We're pretty cocky.
Yeah.
We win because great.
We just get those mental battles going.
That's true.
Like, we give them the respect, as a team, they're a good, good quality team.
I think we respect them and how we prepare for them.
Yeah, we don't go in cocky or anything. We just don't like them.
Yeah.
And honestly, that probably makes us play, gives us a chip on our shoulder, makes us play better.
There was a lot of disrespect after this game, too, from, even their coaching staff on social media.
Yeah.
It's calling us, a disgrace to soccer, I remember. It's just...
Me on social media. They're just salty.
Based on poor officiating, because, it made it look like we were playing really dirty, but in reality, a lot of the cards were weak. And
on paper, it looked really bad.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a clean game, but it wasn't nearly as bad as what they were making it sound like. They were making it sound like we were one of the dirtiest high school soccer teams to ever play.
Just so they didn't get any. They should have gotten guards.
You gotta stick Rallis here. Come on.
Oh, is this Rallis?
Yeah, that's Rallis right there.
Huh.
Hey, you forced him to.
I forced him to his right foot.
See, if we would have done that, they would have called the foul. It was just little things like that.
Brian freaking did.
Yes, Brian.
Is that the card? Oh, no.
Nah.
Yellow card.
This is when
it gets good.
Oh, this is when they
scored, yeah.
This one it gets intense.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
As you can see from their celebration, they were pretty up for us.
I remember that. I was like, how the hell did he save that?
Is it one
wait.
Yeah, it's
I think Brian kind of shocked himself there by keeping that.
Oh, the turn again.
See, Austin's red was awful.
Yeah.
See, they were getting calls like that. It was just so frustrating.
Oh, that was a body pass. Jesus.
No call though, so maybe I don't know.
That had to be.
Did you get a yellow that game or no?
No.
I didn't get one either.
Yeah, Connor and I were the 2 starters that didn't.
Yeah.
And Petrie. Actually, I don't know. Did Eric?
Eric got one, yeah. They got him on something bogus though, stall ball or something.
Yeah, Eric, wasn't that when Eric got it for the stall?
Yeah,
probably.
When he called Ward over.
Yeah.
This was so cool because it was so foggy.
It was a sweet atmosphere, yeah. It was a pretty big game.
He's he tried to sneak.
I went for the Meg.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, I know.
See, he got a red card for that.
What? Oh, go on.
And the goal.
I was so fired up for that.
Brandon's over there telling us to calm down, and Connor's just on top of the world.
See,
the ref said calm down.
I slid in for the tackle, and I passed it to Brian there, and I remember as soon as I got up from the tackle, he just screamed.
You snapped that kid.
He screamed, now.
That was your assist, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the assist. Huh?
That was a very satisfying win.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting emotional right now just watching
battle,
it.
Yeah.
And then the letdown.
I actually didn't play terrible this game.
You know, Eli.
I got hurt this game.
Yeah, that was your Charlie horse.
Least favorite game this season, honestly.
I've never played in a game that's just felt more off, the entire time.
Right after the first goal, I was kind of just well.
We weren't connecting well.
No.
We weren't communicating.
We weren't defending well. Everything just felt slow.
Low line of confrontation.
I feel we were definitely.
Oh shoot, that was it.
Yeah. That we worked on it.
Should have saved that one.
Okay.
I think that was also part of the problem. We got scored on so early. It was
yeah, we fell off a little bit.
Just the blow to the confidence.
It's hard when we're trying to sit back if somebody scores early because that draws us out a bit.
I feel like Jacob's
Chisholm
handles
has
were
great
so
ball skills.
underappreciated.
Just the turning and twisting.
That was
the luckiest thing.
Didn't they have 2 goals like
that guy plays on my club team, so he was not letting me hear the end of that one, even though it was
that was
sheer
so
luck.
that was supposed to be a cross.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the most frustrating games I've ever played in. It was good because like this is right before the playoffs, so it's kind of like a reality check.
Kinda
Like, wow,
humbles us,
like we're not there yet where we need to be still.
Don't want to go in too hot, as Andrew would have said.
Yeah. You gotta enter the playoffs with the perfect climate.
I remember that because that was after a horrible call. They called the foul on him. He went off his line.
Whoa, what in the world? That's definitely not allowed. At that point, it's kind of like we're gonna keep playing, but kind of know the result. There wasn't much time left.
I mean, Jack and I got in because we were down, so that was nice.
I think they took me out at this point. I hope so. Nope, there is no one. Yeah, at that point, I think I wanted to be done.
I mean, it kind of helped that defensively, like, we weren't, as bad as it is to say, we definitely weren't there mentally after we got down by as much as we were. I mean, you don't stop because you don't want to be embarrassed, but like to some extent, like your competitiveness automatically lets down a little bit when.
They had some good sports though.
Oh yeah.
I disagree.
I don't know. Personally, like
experience.
playing East Lansing, at least this year, compared to past years, they were pretty good kids.
Right.
I played with a lot of these kids in club soccer.
I tried to
Chris
Mhm.
Lawson.
So, and like it was because our team played against a year younger than us a lot, and that was like a lot of that team, and we always had problems with them. Just like, I don't know. So I never really liked a lot of those kids.
The beginning of the Bleach
Can I
Boys.
just say we title this whole thing?
Because I remember
Ward got kind of hype after that.
Yeah. He got fired up. and
That's
then
what
I got
started it
fired
all.
up. I got in trouble for getting fired
This
up.
goal
by
is
the ref.
on that level too, actually.
Oh, yeah, unfortunate.
Shouts to the groundskeeper for that one.
We look clean with the hair.
The hair and the pink actually also. Yeah. I don't think I've ever been more nervous for. I feel like there were so many expectations on us. Like.
Yeah.
The reason I was nervous is Horn was like talking them up so much. He was saying their forwards were unreal. I was like, wow.
But then I think,
You just don't
he
wanna
said the
get
same thing
upset
about
by all
Tawas
these
last year.
But it's just like the realization that at this point on, any is one or down at this point on, like it just really makes you play on a whole nother level.
See, I was up high because I wanted to score this game.
There's the moment.
I almost blew it. Look at me.
Ward showing the defensive ability.
Peter, you were always like an animal as soon as you picked that ball. It felt like you were just looking for someone to hit.
They say soccer's played with the feet. No, sometimes you have to use your hands to run.
That was a beautiful shot.
Wow.
Body bag. Speaking of strength. This game was.
We got roasted at halftime.
Yeah.
Straight.
This was the
Really?
one.
I
Yeah, this
remember
was the one that started at like 9 o'clock, 9:30 or something crazy late.
Oh, we
from the storm and everything.
Yeah, because
we got pumped too
Jurassic
early.
World.
I have to just say this one's playoffs.
Yeah, we were.
mono.
I remember me and Brent were literally warming up with we had the Gator parked behind the goal. With
Yeah.
lights going out. We literally just couldn't even see.
That was good. We did the coin toss in the dark on the. Look at me selling that call. The coin toss was in the dark and they couldn't tell.
Yeah, but they literally parked it so hard this game.
They had was it number 3 there?
Yeah.
That just freaking like messy touches out there.
But he was really slow too, so it was like.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
It was like he'd beat you, you'd get back, he'd beat you again.
Yeah.
1-0 or 0-0.
0-0 or 1-0.
Yeah, they literally had every single player on their team back, and then we figured it out though.
We just got so frustrated, and I think halftime the talk settled us down a little bit.
Yeah. Because we knew we were gonna win the game, we just had to figure out how to do it.
That kid, look.
There's one where he should have
He was
scored.
cheeky.
Yeah.
He was a good
Outside
player.
of the foot.
Oh, nice, Ian. Yeah, do you get scared when you do that? Like
I
you're
used
just
to
gonna
not,
get
but
kicked?
after like 5 concussions, kind of makes you really reevaluate what you want to do.
Yes.
to yourself.
Like, I always get scared for you. Like in that moment, I just after last year.
Yeah.
I just.
My mom says she takes a deep breath every time.
Eventually, everyone did.
Yeah, everyone kind of had to.
Yeah.
I don't think we were
Even the underclassmen.
Pure
just
pressure
like
at
that.
its finest.
It's kind of how our program always was, though, or always is. Just it's everyone or no one, you know.
Right.
Unspoken unity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Swag paved the way for that. You did it a day or two.
You know, I
before
gotta
all of us?
confess, that's something I've wanted to do since I was like a sophomore. Like as a team, do it, and then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a. Oh, it's just. That's
You're
just
number one.
I don't know. Just saw like the picture of, what was it, Antoine Griezmann had the bleach on the top with the
Yeah.
flow still going, and I always thought that was the coolest thing. So I remember I did it like a day or two before, but before I did it, I made sure to text Connor and Brian and be like, and Chisholm be like, hey, look, this
Like,
is
should
what
I
I'm
do that?
thinking.
Because I kept texting Brian. I was like, hey, if you'll do it, I'll do it.
I can't believe that I did it, honestly.
Yeah.
I couldn't either. I was like, there's no way we can get everyone on board for this.
I was
just
shocked
came
because
so
Eric did
quickly.
it, and he was talking about how his mom would kill him
Yeah,
because
he was
he had
supposed to
senior
take his senior
pictures.
pictures that day, and he did it.
He says, you know what, screw it.
Yeah, my parents were out of town. I didn't even tell them. I just got back and I had blonde hair. Oh, this
Chisholm
game
Move
was
it slow. Gotta get everyone's head.
This was a fun game. This was a battle, actually.
Yeah.
This was fun. This is where it's too easy started.
Mhm.
Right here.
Brian scored really early in this game too.
Yeah.
But they were, the LCC was actually coming at us.
Mhm.
Too. They definitely wanted to beat us very badly. Too bad they
Too bad.
This was a frustrating game too, as far as officiating went.
Yeah, because they were playing so dirty.
Here,
I
On the yellow
That's where it
card.
started.
here it is.
Beautiful.
The impossible angles. That was so soon in the game.
Yeah.
38.
Yeah, a minute and a half. in.
Fans still walking up. People
Yeah, 'cause
over
right
to
after
just
that,
get
I
a
went-
glimpse of Brian Ganton.
I went over to the student section.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I started yelling, it's too easy. I remember seeing that there. I was so nervous.
It's always interesting watching it come that close.
Yeah.
Did we score 2 this game, or was it just
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was late when we scored the second one.
No, it wasn't. It was a corner kick, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Caleb's goal.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Caleb's goal, yeah. another good turnout in the student section.
I pulled the string. I pulled the string out of his shorts. Only yellow card this year. I'm proud of that. That was one of my goals that I gave Andrew. Score a goal and get less than 2 yellow cards in the season.
I think I had one today.
I didn't get one.
I had more yellow
You didn't
cards
get one.
than just-
I had a lot during club. I got all my yellow cards out during club. I think I had like 3 or 4.
I got 2 in my life.
I didn't get carded for that though. Like, I got carded because I laughed when the kid pushed me.
Yeah.
And then Chisholm and Connor were right there, and it was good.
See,
I
got
calmed
it
down
for
afterwards.
I got 2 this year.
Exchanging some words with
You.
the Powers bench.
Oh, this is where Aaron just
That was the
shrugged.
moment.
Oh, that was.
Body, yes.
Yeah, Eric gets right. But Eric got fouled to play before. Like, that should have been a
Yeah.
foul first.
They played so dirty that game. Like,
That was
throughout
coming.
the entire game. I think that was part of their plan, was just attempt to get into our heads, but
Yeah, for sure.
we rarely lose the mental battle.
I remember Sorg's talk about not fighting, and then we ended up almost fighting again.
Yeah, I think this was the game where, like, in all of our years playing Catholic, I mean, we took them seriously, but we knew we were better. But this was the game where we knew, like, they would be coming at us if any time. And for us being
Yeah.
seniors, that was, oh, trying to fight the kid.
See, no, like I went right
Connor
at
was
him.
Connor and our first.
That kid
ones
was
there.
on my club team. He got
Connor
most
just splits
he
them
got
up.
most improved on our team because he learned how to control his temper in our coach's words, and then he like came up and just took me out from behind. And so
You
that
always
kind
got
of
personal stuff on kids. You know?
That
Yeah, I,
one.
remember I pulled you away, Eli, and then I went at it.
Yes.
Ooh.
And true
I don't
captain
understand
style.
how Ward got that call for him.
Yeah.
Oh. They both hit Zach.
Yeah, this game really got out of control towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ref definitely lost control of it.
Look at truck out there.
How does it go? It's too easy.
It's too easy. Yeah, this was
Could
so
someone
sweet.
say it?
Hampton was so mad.
I mean, we do it every year, so it's a given.
But we
was
were
our last
all
game
the-
on that field. We
We
had
went all
to.
the way over there too. We didn't even.
No,
wasn't
yeah.
even close to that.
We beat the student section to rushing the field. Eli's excited.
I am. I'm trying to get
And
some
warm
emotion.
in your crew neck.
I'm trying to get some emotion out of Jewison. See?
So serious always.
Oh, that was the moment the chick threw the water bottle at you,
Oh,
Petrie.
yeah.
He kind of gives a thumbs up.
I forgot about that.
Me too.
Dude, my
Their
mom
parents were
went
really
in on that
disrespectful.
parent.
What? I didn't see it happen.
I remember hugging my grandparents after, and their parents were like jawing at me for no reason.
The cousins. Had to give him a little wave. Jonah's hair.
Yeah,
If anyone
Jonah
that
took a
did it,
different approach.
Jonah had commitment, and I loved it.
I slept with that trophy that night. A lady really threw a water bottle at me.
Yeah.
She was salty.
Forgot we were playing in the Champions League.
Typical Catholic behavior. As in LCC, not the whole.
Not the religion.
Yeah, just like the post.
No emotion.
None needed.
I remember this is the first year that we were allowed to touch the trophy.
No.
Yeah, I remember in past years, Sorg would take it, and we'd all have it, but we weren't allowed to touch it because it wasn't going to be the last one, or something like that. It wasn't going to be the last
Yeah, I
one we'd
remember.
win. Soccer parents. Reason we had such a good time over all the years.
Freeland?
Oh, this is so much fun for us.
I
I
love
love
turf.
that stadium.
I mean, it feels like everything, it's completely different from playing on grass, but it feels like everything's sharper on turf. Like, if a good team's a good team, everything looks even better, and if a bad team's a bad team, everything looks even worse. But everything's sharp. Where you play the ball is where the ball goes.
It just all like the ball just moves faster. That's the only thing you have to adjust to.
Yeah.
And it skips a lot.
This is actually one of the nicer turf fields.
Yeah, I like this place.
And the lines are confusing me so much.
Yeah.
There's so many lines.
I mean, this was what, just where it was green was in.
It was red. Red lines.
The
wasn't
red
it?
lines?
Was the-
No,
No,
that's
red was
lacrosse.
lacrosse.
I-
I ended
like-
up, no,
Did it go all the way
when
to
it
the
got
blue?
confusing is when they had the
Yeah, it was-
white on the right side, where like the football teams were supposed to stand like further
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, because it was just whatever was green was it.
Yeah.
That was actually.
It took us a while to figure that out.
This was such a sweet stadium. Though.
Yeah. Pulling up to it, it felt so official.
This was frustrating though. We couldn't finish. We only won 1-0.
They were a good team actually.
Mm-hmm.
They
were
give
young.
They would give Flint Powers a run for their money too.
I think it worked to our advantage though.
Yeah,
Because-
I feel like Powers came in underestimating us
Yeah.
after they mercied Leslie.
Leslie had like a parade before that game too.
That's sad. Ooh. Oh my god, that was filthy.
And then that save.
That was a pretty good shot.
Ward was on a new
I know, coming into here, it felt like,
Oh, nice,
whoa.
Petrie.
That was one of the luckier
Look,
saves.
he's on a mission as soon as he gets it.
That was a lucky save, not gonna lie.
Hey, you needed a little bit of luck.
Sometimes that's what it comes down to. You know, coming here, I felt like the stage was like a level higher than it usually is at regionals. Just coming in, it felt like we were playing at a place that would be in the state championship.
Yeah.
If playing in a stadium like that, it felt like we were playing for the state championship.
We're basically like we're playing because we already saw Flint Powers win,
Right.
so.
Because I knew they were there watching us.
Yeah, so we were.
There's 3 good chances right
Yep.
there.
Yep, that'll happen.
On that one, Austin was laying in front of the keeper and just hit him.
About to do 1,000.
That keeper was solid too.
Yeah.
I feel like this year we came up against a lot higher level keepers than we did last year.
In the tournament.
Yeah, in the tournament.
Was it this game where Powers or Chisholm started having the problem with his
He
It was
started
like,
having it. He almost didn't play because I remember me, Petrie,
like
and
every game.
Petrie and Chisholm were sitting in class before, and he didn't know if he was gonna play, and I was like looking up his symptoms. Like, you gotta play, Jacob.
Literally, he had to play, honestly.
It's still the craziest
That was
thing.
scary.
I can't imagine that though. Having your feet go numb.
It goes both ways because when you're up by a goal, you're thinking you can't concede because then it'll be tied. But if you're already losing by a goal, then you also know like, wow, I can't get scored on again because then we're in an even bigger hole than we were before. So it goes both ways.
I feel like when we're 1-0 up, like the intent, you always want to get a second goal. So like while we are thinking like we don't want to concede, there's also a little bit of extra intensity up top because once we get 2-0, we can build from there.
Yeah.
This was the one team that I was at where like.
Yeah, they were very respectable.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Well, because they were younger, weren't they?
I feel like
the best players were seniors.
Yeah, the best players were seniors.
But they had a lot. I felt like I saw their roster had quite a few underclassmen.
They had a lot of juniors.
Yeah.
I think.
All right. Let's just give them a moment. In the words of Dayton Month's America's team, lined up, ready to go.
I was so locked in before this game. Like I remember, I wasn't talking to anybody.
No.
Sorg like pulled me.
Oh, that's what I took from that there was that one really blonde kid on their team.
Yeah.
He ran track for them, and I ran against him in one of the meets, and he came up next to me before the race, and we were talking about this game and all that stuff, and he said like when he stepped out, he knew like he didn't end up playing very much this game, but he knew like we were gonna beat them because we came out and the way we warmed up. He said like they stepped out there and they just weren't ready for us.
Just everyone was so locked in.
There was just no way we were gonna lose this.
Plus our student section too.
Yeah,
oh gosh.
People made the trip.
The fact that their student section came out the way that they did and ours was there, it's the most exciting.
I said,
game.
get up.
And also we had guys behind the goal.
Oh yeah.
Had guys behind the goal.
Their keeper.
Yeah.
This was a well officiated game. I thought they kept it under control. It's hard to keep both our teams under
Especially
control.
a game this caliber.
Yeah. They had a good keeper. He was athletic.
No, but then.
Oh yeah, that was right.
Anybody.
He didn't play very many.
Yeah, so it's still scoreless here. Yeah, remember that.
Then
That was
offsides.
offsides.
Thank goodness. I feel like after that we turned it on like even more than we had before.
Yeah.
Because like we
It
felt for
focused
like a
us in.
brief second like wow we're down 1-0.
Yeah, we got that feeling in our stomachs, and then immediately we just went at them.
Those two are so good back there.
Oh yeah.
I take off.
look at them in the back.
They're
behind
going
the goal.
crazy. Look at Zach. This goal was this was
utter
wild.
filth.
Greatest goal I've ever seen.
Look at the guys in the back. That's where the kid that puts his hands is right there. He's just.
Are you not entertained? Says Brian Ganton. Then we all pretty much rip his jersey off of his body.
That was one of the best pictures of all time.
Mhm.
That's sweet.
So he gives all that.
They got them.
This was
And
satisfying
then,
because they get
right
fired
after,
out, and we
literally
just-
right after.
They get some hope and
Yep.
then we just bury it immediately.
Gave him nothing.
I should have put more weight on that.
hard to judge sometimes in the turf.
See,
I got your back.
My
Eli.
one
I
shining,
got your back.
My one shining
I got your
moment.
back.
I still don't know how Zach got through this.
Grit.
Just
Absolute grit.
just kept it.
Oh gosh.
Best thing about this is when I got to Zach.
Look at him go. Look
Zach
at him
bit
go.
my finger.
Yeah.
I went to push him and he bites my finger.
Ready for it?
That was a quick exchange.
And I was walking back and I was like holding my hand. And Scott was like, Connor, you can't go out. We need you. I was like, Zach just bit me. So we fell back in the defensive at this point, right?
Yeah. What did we call it?
Peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
I think, right?
Yep, because death to Zach, death to the other teams.
That kid right there with the gloves is the only kid I respected on that team. But like 10 minutes ago, he started giving me a scouting report on Gross Seal.
Yeah. You sent that good luck message my way on Twitter before every game. I think he went to the state championship. Found us after the end.
So it's just classic to do.
Mm-hmm. The one kid on Flint Powers.
This was the sweetest moment. Just like watching it now, just waiting to celebrate.
Ah.
And the leap after this up on.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
On their own field.
Dude out there with the camera.
I didn't even know who to
Eli,
hug.
I'd like
I
to
was
say
just
I love
going in
you.
circles.
Yeah, I just.
Eli ran right out.
I like
God,
that.
that'll never fail to make me happy.
Yeah.
3-1.
Yeah.
2 years in a row.
Yeah, Jacob could barely walk.
The jump. There's Cordis. I can just tell him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know what to do. I was just kind of sitting up there like, this is surreal. I remember my grandpa demanded I come back up there.
Don't lose Aiden.
The fact that Zach's dad took the day off of work to get pumped up for this game.
You know, it's the loudest I ever heard our parents at a game.
Yeah, I've got all the audio of the parents. Obviously, I can't play it now, but
Right.
it gets pretty spirited.
Yeah, see, look, I'm looking at my hand. I'm like, Zach, you bit me, dude.
I'd like to give a special shout out to Flint Power student section for calling us
Frosted Tips.
Frosted, and then from there on came the actual nickname Bleach Boys.
Shout out to
that
Ian
moment.
Pete. That was Ian Pete.
Yeah, that was all Peaches.
Because I remember you came in the locker room, you're like, we the Bleach Boys.
Yeah.
I remember.
That just blew up. No one gave you credit for that.
Horn sat us down.
It was JE3.
Horn
Was it? Oh, Aiden.
Horn sat us down like one day and was like, this team has no identity and stuff like that early on in the year.
Yeah.
Oh, us?
See, I was carrying the trophy right here. Some Flint Powers kids started yelling at me.
And I like how I
That was
walked
so
out.
cool.
Our identity was Bleach Boys
Jacob
and
gimped
Beat
it
Flint
along.
Powers.
I didn't fall asleep until like 4 in the morning.
No,
I
I did not sleep.
Incredible. That was an incredible high school soccer game.
Because we were practicing on it like the whole tournament. We knew we were gonna play on turf, so we were practicing there.
This game
So we got pretty familiar with it.
Yeah.
This was the second worst officiated game I think I played in. Maybe the first. I don't know. It was a toss up.
Like we got up 2-0, but it didn't feel like it just felt weird.
Yeah, Grosse Ile was a really good team.
They were when we scored. They were
Against
controlling the whole game. They
Oh,
were
yeah.
controlling us when we scored.
They had a lot of opportunities early after.
Wade and Petrie between the sticks.
Oh yeah.
Like, I felt like this was just 100% the whole game. Like never ever could like take their foot off the gas.
Yeah. It's not even. They didn't really have that many chances. They just had the ball like in our,
Yeah.
right in our attacking half a lot.
They were controlling it. We couldn't seem to clear it at all.
It was all just like here, like in between the middle third, their attacking third.
Yeah, it really was.
This was the coolest thing.
Hey, try to pass it first.
Freaking bullet.
Fading away too. He wasn't even.
Just how does he get that much power?
Just talent.
Straight D1 prospect.
Truly. I was so bad because after we scored, like the whole team would celebrate, and then he gets back there.
Yeah, guys. Good job.
That guy was a brute.
Oh, literally.
Surprisingly fast.
Yeah.
What, like 6, what?
He was like an inch, two inches taller than Caleb, so probably like 6'4".
But he was also like 200
He was
pounds,
speedy
too.
He had some wheels on him. Yeah,
Like, it was similar to when we beat DeWitt and then played East Lansing after. Like, beating Powers and having that emotional high, we were so focused on not having that East Lansing game here and coming out soft again.
Just being so close to like our ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Just not wanting anything to.
I love
not want
Zach's
to lose it here. Petrie made some sweet saves this game. Ah, here it is.
Distribution. Starts from the back.
Because I jumped over him. For no reason.
This is another impossible angle.
I don't know how he scored
It's-
that. That was just. The double. You'd always count on Eric to just go get the ball.
Dude, that was a very dangerous score.
Yeah.
Well, that was actually, never mind, that was 1-0 at that point, so.
No, it was 2.
No, did we
Zach
propose
scored
him in the first
you're
half?
right. No, you're right.
Yeah.
It was just like, talking about, like, the other team was fired up going off the field. They're like, this next half's our half. Like, he was
Nope.
just, like, stressing that we can't let off, yeah. Just doing it on the regular. Those tackles look so dirty, but they were so clean.
Where you came all the way across the field to make that tackle.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta do what you
That's
gotta
foul.
do. They had some athletes on that team too. Remember
They were talented.
that big forward was he got up so much. They also had man buns.
Yeah, I remember that. That threw me off a little bit.
The kid was really aggressive, too.
Oh, this hurts so bad. Wow.
That's really what we trained for, like all 4 years. Whenever we'd give that, coach would give us that scenario, like, oh, 2 goals up, 1 goal up at the end, we try to stall for it. Executed really well. And he dies.
That was I had a handball before that, too. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was so sweet. Jewison. That's when the fatigue started setting in.
Yeah. Everyone starts stretching.
I don't know. I think everyone was thinking like, we got there last year and we got there freshman year obviously, but it was like at this point, we're like, there's not enough. We just want to win.
I think we were like caught somewhere in between. Or we were happy with the win.
In
but
the moment, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
That was wild.
The support.
I honestly can't even remember. I got really emotional. Though.
It was one of those things where he said it was a lot towards. I feel like us seniors. A lot of the like he was saying like this is what I've worked on with you guys since you came in.
Yeah, 'cause he'd been
and
there
I
with
can't
us.
be here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he was proud of all you.
Because he was with us through our entire like high school career besides that year, so it was like what he said meant a lot because he'd been there forever.
Right, that's our coach.
Like this game, weather-wise, was really weird because it was like cold.
Oh,
and when
gosh,
the sun
I
would
know.
shine, it was cold, roasting.
I went between have the long sleeve Under Armour, then I'd like pull it up, and then at halftime I took it off. Then yeah,
It's weird.
We knew one thing, that we were better than them.
I felt like we focused on ourselves a lot.
Yeah.
For this game.
It was a lot of internal stuff.
Yeah, we knew that we could beat anyone in our division, really.
Sorg gave us a very we never get too in depth on the other team usually. Like Connor said, we try to focus on ourselves, and going into this Sorg sort of outline okay, these are the kids that are pretty skilled, but you guys are at the end of everything you say but you guys are better. Had a lot of confidence going into the game because of that.
Yeah, because wouldn't you say the year before you guys focused a lot on their team?
Yeah, we focused a lot on unity. Just because they were what they were in terms of getting moved down. But
the support this whole run was unreal.
Yeah.
So
the best
cool.
fans around.
Yeah, easily the most support we've had throughout our 4 years.
Oh, yeah. This is just so frustrating because I just felt like we were just waiting for our goal. Like I felt like I knew the goal was coming. It's just a matter of time before it happened. It just never came.
I will say these kids just went all out for everything now.
Yeah,
they definitely. Yeah, they
Felt
had
like we
a lot
did
of
too.
skill. Very organized, but
feel like-
that second half, really the beginning, the first half too, we had our moments.
We had a lot of moments.
Yeah. A lot. Was it 24 of them? 26?
Something like that.
It was 26.
This is just so weird knowing that no matter what, this is your last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soccer game.
Win or lose.
I definitely it felt like a dream at the beginning of the game, coming out of it. And
it really did.
At the beginning, it didn't set in that it was literally the game that we've all been building towards forever, until maybe 10 minutes in.
I didn't really think. All I was really worried about was the result.
Yeah.
I was thinking this is my last game no matter what. So gotta do what I can to get the result.
Yeah.
Because they always talk about that the result is not what matters, but in this situation, it's really all that does matter.
Yeah.
Especially whenever, since you guys were little, it was hey, you guys are the chosen class.
Oh.
Austin's left foot. Absolutely lethal. Oh.
That kid was big.
Yeah.
How many people are behind the ball?
Screw their sweeper stopper setup.
That was a great ball.
That was one of our best opportunities in the game right there.
I remember that goal. That's a really
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah, that was the thought process there. Oh, beautiful touch. See, that's a hard hit though. The ball's in the air.
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest turns I think I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. We're not without our chances.
I think it's right at him. 4.
I thought 4, yeah. Like 26-4.
Something.
The second half and all the way into overtime, it was just us going at them over and over and over again.
So semi-even at the start of the game, but once the second half hit, it was.
I can honestly say, like, playing in this, like, that feeling against Powers where we knew we were going to win it, same thing here. I was confident we were going to get one.
Yeah, like when you keep watching, like, opportunities just slip away and away, you're like, one of these has to go in.
Yeah.
Even now.
Jeez. Keeper was crazy.
Is this? No.
That was a snag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was coming.
He got
right
out
at
so
me.
quick.
I thought I had that. I was waiting for your header and then like the back heel Austin went for or whatever. Those were like the 2 months I thought were going in.
Oh, that was. This is
and a first.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
that one.
my.
Yeah.
Another one.
Petrie. That was it.
So what's the feeling right now?
I don't know.
Literally
I
just,
still
like,
don't feel it.
Yeah, when it first happened, I kind of just like dove and was just like laying there, just in complete like didn't really know what to think. Like I was kind of just like, wow, well, high school soccer's done, and it didn't really. I wasn't emotional instantly, but then once I stood up and like looked at all my teammates that I've been playing with for all these years, like just been putting in all these hours, it just like really takes a toll on you because all you've been working for throughout high school, you know.
I just sort of like dropped. And I remember I put my face in my shirt because I could tell I was going to cry, but then like I was just in such shock that tears didn't come until like after I came out of the shirt and I looked around and everyone else was crying, and then it all set in that moment. I don't know, I still don't believe it.
I was just crippled by it. I just fell and like Spikes, it was just shock. I saw you and that's when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna play with my brother again, sort of a thing.
Yeah.
And then I don't like receiving second place medals.
Yeah,
no.
In my mind, second place is just about worthless. So This is pretty hard too. Just standing there watching another team be rewarded for what we should have had.
See me.
What was also bad is this photographer, like, see, like, I took mine off immediately, and he, like, yelled at me to put it back on.
Yeah, I definitely took mine off and just sort of threw it there.
I don't even know where mine is.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I don't either.
Connor, were you like one of the only guys that actually stopped you?
Yeah.
Because I know I took mine right off.
Because Van Duren just walked right by him.
It's an accomplishment to get as far as we did, but to be in our position year after year, it hurts.
To know you were the best team.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty quiet at first. I mean, everyone just like letting everything settle in. Everyone just realizing what just kind of happened. But then, like, through and through, we're all like pretty much best friends on the soccer team. So eventually, we began to cope together.
Right.
We picked each other up for sure.
I was just kind of in shock.
Oh, this was rough,
the
though.
worst moment.
This is by far one of the
when I
most
lost,
emotional moments of my life.
So right as we were pulling up, Africa started playing. That was just kind of our...
I started crying when Africa came on, and then I look up and see all the parents coming up, and that's when I lost it.
Just feel like it let everyone down, like your teammates and all the people that were supporting us. Like I said, that's just what we worked for. Since we were little, like that's everyone's like dream in high school is to win a state championship.
Like every day, it was leading up to that. Like
That
we'd go out, we'd
season,
practice.
That whole summer, like everything was just almost like throughout that entire school year before, like during soccer, it was just like that was kind of on my mind. That's what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And to come up short is pretty rough, but as time goes on, you kind of learn to just. I mean, you can get it still hurts, but you can live with it. I mean, still like all the memories you made throughout that season, even though we didn't get the result, like you can't ever take those away. So.
Jeez. Not many seniors can say they went to 3 finals though. So.
Yeah, to have our group go as far as we did, it's an accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
Not the accomplishment, but an accomplishment.
Like Ricky Bobby says, you ain't first, you're last.
Closing thought, leave it at that.
When my son was a freshman, the team had not won a regional. Now we win regionals routinely, and then now we are in the state finals. I would say if you're 3 out of 4 years, that's pretty routine as well. So I would say I got swept up enough that I even became a bleach boy in spirit myself. So that, you got me excited. It was really a lot of fun, very gratifying to be the principal of the school doing so well.
When the schedule first came out, there was 2 games that were highlighted, Flint Powers and state finals. So it will definitely, kind of be a hard pill to swallow, but I think as they start working through their senior year and 10 years, 1 year, 5 years, they're going to be able to look back on it all and say, we did have something special. And the brotherhood that they've made and, the friendships that were formed and the bonds and the memories, they'll be able to appreciate them.
I think to be a part of this program is just an honor, absolutely an honor.
The one message that I would say now that I've had time to even think about it more is in 10, 15, 20, 30 years down the road, these guys will remember this. And I think that's the important thing about this, that they were a part of something special. To get to a state final is an incredible feat in and of itself, but to do it 3 times in a 4-year span, and these guys were a part of it, or a big part of it, says a lot about who they are as players and individuals, and I think that's going to take them a long ways, and that they're certainly going to be able to look back at it and savor those moments.
quirky, they have jokes for every now and again, they keep you on your toes, but they understand that it's important to work hard as well. So keeping them in line is kind of a thing sometimes, but they always have their mind on the goal ultimately. So they may crack a joke, but they're still working hard. And I think that's, within this group, it's a testament to those boys, because it could be very, very easy with the success this program's had to just expect it, or just take a day off and think it's okay. But these guys work hard every day, and that says a lot about their character.